Good morning from Adaptive PE here in beautiful Redwood City. As always, I have Scott filming, editing, producing these wonderful yoga videos, and I'm very thankful. We are in the Armory. This is going to be our gym one day someday, so check it out. It's wonderful, it's clean and bright, and there will be great parking. We're going to do some chair yoga this morning. Last session we worked on neck and shoulders. Today we're going to kind of work into our hips and ankles. So get ready. Remember, everything we do here, you want it to feel right for your body. You're really welcome to take a pause, take a break, skip something. If you get thirsty, stop the video, get your drink, and come on back. That's the glory of being remote and we're not live and in person, but I'm always available now. How cool is that? So as we get started, I want us to make sure that we get a moment of awareness of our breath. So I'm going to relax back into my chair. Notice my shoulders. They might have been taking a little walk, so I'm going to relax them down towards my hips. I'm going to give my fingers and toes a wiggle and encourage my hands and my feet just to soften. Closing my eyes, I'm going to notice my breath. Slowly, I want you to take a hand to your heart, a hand to your belly. Let's breathe in together, 1, 2, 3, and slowly exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slow inhale from the top, middle, bottom of our lungs, filling up, and exhaling from the bottom, mid, top of our lungs. Breathing in, 2, 3, exhaling, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly open your eyes, relax your hands by your side. Here we are in mountain pose. I'm going to move myself forward. I recommend you guys do too. And that's my first hip movement. I'm just going to do that little circle to step my foot forward. In time, we'll go sideways, we'll go up, and eventually we'll even kick back. Depending on how your balance is, we can kick back from a stand or kick back from a seated position. Okay, I don't know how your morning has started, but mine has been bright and beautiful. I'm gonna just take my feet out, heels up, heels down, toes up, toes down, creating a steady base. Roll my shoulders back. I'll let you in on a secret. I walked my goofy dog August around the neighborhood this morning, so my feet and legs are pretty warm. I'm going to slow my roll just a bit because I don't want you guys to move too fast too soon. So keep an angle to your feet. Make sure your big toes and pinky toes are anchored to the ground. What that might do is wake up the arches of your feet and the inner parts of your thigh, which we want. We want that awareness. And then let's just take our awareness to the big toes, lightening up on these outer edges of our feet. And then bring our awareness to the pinky toes. Maybe the big toes pick up a little bit, maybe they don't. Come back to center. Shoulders down. Let's greet this big old day with a stretch of our arms out to the sides. Wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. If you can, flex those hands out. Spread the fingers, we'll bring those elbows in. Beautiful. This time when we move out, we'll inhale out. Exhale in. Good morning, shoulders. Inhale out. Exhale in. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Let's stretch those arms with an inhale. Exhale, right arm over left. If you can, drop the elbows. Once you're here and happy, can we bring that right foot in just to midline? Bring it out. Open your arms wide. Exhale, left arm over right. Drop the elbows. Take that left foot up, midline, and back. Inhale, open wide. Exhale, let's make ourselves into a cactus. Here we go, wiggle those fingers. See, my elbow and my shoulder are in a line, more or less. And I'm going to try to bring my shoulder blades together, just a little stretch for the heart, a little release for my shoulders, breathing in. And exhaling here, we're going to get a little tricky. Left hand to right knee, right hand to left. Got it. Breathe in, dropping the chin, gentle neck stretch. Inhale up, open the arms wide. This time, right hand to the hip, left hand to the head. Bring that elbow back. Again, stretching into the shoulders. For a moment, can we press into heels, wiggle our toes. Bring the toes down, switch arms. Left hand to the hip, right hand to the head. Bring that elbow back. Lift the heels up. Bring the heels down. Bring that right arm out. Bring that left arm out. We're going to walk our arms back in front. Walk our feet, lifting into the ankles, lifting into the toes. Now we're going to flex our hands forward. Bring those toes up. Here we go. Fingers down, toes down. Can we bring heels up? Fingers down, heels down, toes up. Little stretch for the top of the arms and the front and backs of our legs. When something is challenging for me, I don't have much of a poker face, so if I'm looking like Popeye, like "Arr," it's because this is a little challenging for me. And let's bring everything down, and here we are going to work across the planes of our body so our brains get a little spark of joy. So all I'm going to do is recommend you play with where your left arm feels comfortable. Out to the side, maybe, out in front, maybe up. Just find a place where your shoulders relax. All we're going to do is circle that left wrist. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Can you bring up the right heel? And this is a lot. We're signaling all over the place to get these two parts moving. Are you feeling steady? Can you bring up that right foot? Just to make it easy, maybe we'll circle the right ankle. Yeah, that click is not Scott eating Rice Krispies. That's my ankle. And let's bring everything down. Give it a wiggle. I'm going to hug my right knee in. Ooh, that feels good. Bring that right foot down. Side two. Ready? Right arm comes out. Maybe out. Maybe high. Just find your comfort zone and make sure there's space between ear and shoulder. Let's circle that first wrist. Or actually now it's our second. God, my goodness. Now, can we bring up that left heel? Let's change direction with that circle. If you're ready for a little bit more, bring up that whole left foot and we'll circle 1, 2, 3, and then circle the other way. 3, 2, 1. Fantastic. Bring everything down. Maybe a little hug for that left knee. See how that feels? Bring the feet down. Now, let's take a big old heart stretch, open wide. We're going to take those hands right beside our hips to help us hold steady. And we're just going to take our hips left and right with knees together. Not a big motion. I always like to think of this as windshield wipers, just together and over, together and over. What I'm noticing is when I go left, what happens to my right foot. Then when I go right, what happens to my left foot. Just kind of feel that stretch. Now with the feet planted in front, let's open those arms up. Biggest breath in of the morning. Inhale as high as your arms feel comfortable. Exhale, we're going to bring those hands back. You can see, we can kind of see what I'm doing here. My palms are looking backwards, my shoulder blades are coming together. I'm going to take my gaze up, little heart lift, little back bend. Exhale, rounding everything forward. So I'm going to drop my elbows, drop my chin, rounding my upper back. Come on up, release everything down. We're going to do a little, this is it lateral? My English today.
Yeah, lateral.
Yeah, we're doing a little lateral stretch. So left hand starts stretching down, right arm starts stretching up. Now I want you, everybody, even me, to get comfy and cozy here. I'm gonna make a little space between my feet so I'm a bit more stable. Then I'm gonna take my right arm to stretch, not hyperextending, just staying comfortable in my shoulder, and relax over to the left side. Now, if this is a little bit much for your back, you support yourself with the left hand on the hip. If you're feeling pretty stretchy, then let those left fingers stretch you down to the ground. Well, close to the ground. Breathe in, even up. Let's take those arms up overhead, right hand to the hip, or right hand comes down. Stretch the fingers. Let's go over towards the right side. My left foot is having to work a little harder to keep me on the chair. My right foot is helping out. And here we go, midline. Take the hands down. Now we're gonna, remember I talked 10 minutes ago about the things we're gonna do with our hips. So one of the things we've done is we've hugged our knee in, and that's a lovely deep stretch. And then if you're feeling fancy, you can even look over your left shoulder, little double times, neck stretch, hip stretch. Come back, bring that foot down. Inhale those arms up, exhale that right knee in. Let's look to the right shoulder. I'm having a little cramp. So you guys do that. Here we go, look to the right. And let's come back to center. Now I want to get a little circling action into the hips. Now everybody's going to need to kind of take a breath in. That means you. I see you. What we're going to do is kind of think, how much energy do I have available for me today? Am I going to hold on to the chair, stay seated, and do some circles? Check that out. Go the other way. Bring the first leg down. Try the other leg. This is our kind of our training day. Let's see how this feels. Then go the other way. Okay. Now, with all that movement to the side and around, let's do a forward fold, and we'll add on to that activity in a moment. Inhale your arms as tall as you'd like, space between the knees. Exhale, hands to knees, chin to chest, stretch forward. Your crown stretches towards your toes, past your toes, your elbows pull you back, and exhale, hands as low as they feel comfortable, head is heavy. Big inhale, gathers your energy, hands to the knees, push on up. Okay, round two. Let's get our shoulders and hips in a line, and then when you're seated, it's hips and knees almost at a right angle. For some of us, we're gonna say, I wanna try that hip circle from a stand, and if that's you, feel your heels, feel your toes, big breath, come on up. And if you're staying on the chair, I want you to take big arms right over left, give yourself a hug. If you're coming beside the chair, let's stand beside the chair, right hand close to the chair, right leg engages. If you're hugging yourself in on the chair, great. Open your arms out. Keep your right hand steady, either on your hip or the chair, depending on if your legs are long or bent. Let's take that left arm out just for fun, just to help our balance. I'm making space between my feet, and that exact exercise, I'm just gonna circle my left knee, and then circle it the other way. Now, if you're having a delightful balance day, you don't need to clutch onto the chair. Maybe your hand just hovers right over. Maybe your hand comes up. And when we are done, let's bring the left foot down. Let's take the left arm down. And remember, people in the chair, you did a right over left hug. So now do a left over right. People who are standing, I want to have that right foot come in front of the left. You can do this seated. You could double up into a bigger eagle. Standing, we're going to do modified eagle, gentle stretch, shoulders over hips. My right knee's in front of my left, or my right ankle. Breathing in. Exhale, let's let it go. If you're in the chair, I want you to circle around your hips. If you're standing, you can widen your stance and circle around, looking back, looking back. Hi, everybody. I'm gonna go behind the chair. Now my left hip is closer to the chair. Everybody who's seated, I want you to come out of that hug if you were there and take your left hand to your hip. If you're standing, left hand to the chair. Right arm comes out for a counterbalance. Left leg engages. My left toes hold on for dear life. My core engages. My right knee comes up. I'm gonna just draw some nice, delightful circles. Then maybe I have a little bit more balance, maybe I don't. If things are feeling steady, you can hover that hand or hold on for dear life. Take your circle the other way. And let's bring those feet down. Everybody move to your version of eagle, whether it's eagle with arms and legs or arms, and just sit into your hips. And if you're saying, oh my goodness, maybe a little massage to right, a little massage to left, and a little gratitude towards these hips that are kind of keeping things moving on this beautiful summer morning. Let's untangle the legs, give it a kick out. Since we're standing, I'm gonna rotate the chair because I'll show you guys where I'm heading. So we've done a little bit of this, we've done a little bit of this, we've done a little bit of this. But you're saying, Ruth, what about kicking behind me? Well, that's next. If you're on the chair, this one's a little tricky, what you're going to do. People who are standing, don't sit down. People who are sitting, move to one side of the chair. If this feels okay, stretch that leg back. Hold here, and I'll tell you when to switch legs. If this is not possible for you, no big deal. Take the one leg out and go forward. So the couple opportunities for you folks who are sitting. If we're standing, ready? Hands to the chair. I'm gonna look at something that doesn't move. Relax my shoulders. Soften my right knee. I'll start with my left leg in motion. I'm gonna take that left leg back. With my toes on the ground, I'm gonna push into my heel. And this is plenty. I feel a big old stretch in the back of my left leg, big old stretch in my right. But if you need more, then you can take shoulders forward a little bit, maybe liberate the left foot from the ground, maybe flex that foot. There are some of us who are gonna reach forward, look between our thumbs, and just take that leg up for 1, or 2, or 3, and then bring that foot down, walk your hands slowly back. Inhale that left foot even with the right. Sink into a mini chair pose, not for too long, but if you love chair pose, you have the freedom to stop the video and just hang out like this for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 5 seconds, and done. Okay, shake it all out. People in the chair, that left leg has better come back in now. Maybe you give it a little hug forward, a little ankle circle. Those of us who are standing, get ready. Align the hips and the shoulders, look forward, hands to the chair. If you're seated, take that right leg back or forward and fold over it. If you're standing, lift up your right heel, slide the right leg back. Got it. Sink hips over shoulders, push that heel to the ground. Maybe you want more. You take your shoulders forward. Maybe you do a little lift to the leg. You just gotta, you know me. You keep playing until you are having fun, which may mean you're like, I'm right back here, Ruth. Or some of us are gonna come forward, balance hands on the chair, flex that back foot, and just do a couple of lifts. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. One more. Bring that foot down. Give everything a little wiggle. If you're seated, please bring that knee back in line with the front of your chair. Maybe you're hugging that knee in. Everybody, I'm going to take my chair forward. Ooh. We're going to move into some seated work again. So if you're standing, let's take our time. If all of you already sat down, let's stand back up again if you can, and slowly box step your way to the front of the chair. Remember that little trick that we call the Jerry. Hands outside of the chair, hips down to the chair. Give everything a little stretch. We're going to do a forward fold with a little twist before we move into relaxation. So kind of bringing all that hip stretching together. We'll heel toe our feet out. See what feels comfortable. I'm going to wiggle forward a bit, take my feet out just one more little notch. Relax shoulders down. I'm going to take a breath in. And then I'm going to take left hand to left knee, right hand over, stretching. So what has to happen for this to feel great is my right foot has to get really active. My left hand is holding tight. My shoulders stretch towards my hips. Bring it on back. Inhale tall. Float to leg number 2. Right hand, left hand. Relax shoulders, left foot active. Breathe in, crown of head stretching. Exhale, float on down. Big breath in, fill the lungs, fill the belly. Exhale up. Float back down, big breath in. Exhale, hands to heart, feet come back in. We're getting ready for Shavasana. Now, what do you need to adjust to make this feel great? Do you need to bring in a little blanket? Do you need to cover your feet? Make sure, here comes the good part, that your back is resting against the chair, or if you're going to do your Shavasana on the ground, that your shoulders are relaxed, your feet and ankles are easy. Slowing down your breath, typically we close our eyes. Trying to just slow everything down, slowing down our thoughts, slowing down our body. This is when I encourage everybody to stop the video, close your eyes, settle back into your mat, into your chair, and spend a few more moments in this quiet breath. And as you're ready, you'll slowly flutter your eyes open. We'll take a big stretch up overhead, filling our lungs. Exhaling, relaxing hands to heart, dropping our chins, breathing into a sense of gratitude and a sense of generosity that you can take this gentle energy that you've harnessed today and take it out in the world in a safe, socially distant way and be an agent for positive change. And thank you so much for checking into these videos. We'll keep doing these, and I'm always thankful for Scott and everybody here at Adaptive PE for bringing us together in these challenging times. I miss all of you, and I look forward to our the reunion that will happen sometime. But in the meantime, thanks Adaptive PE for bringing these online offerings. Namaste.
All right, everyone, thanks again. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel, okay? Have a great day. We'll see you soon with more content. Bye.